And now the honourable member for Battleford's Lloydminster has the word.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Canada had done its job up until October 19th of 2015. Now the Trade Minister has turned her back on not just the EU, but gave up on Canadian jobs when she walked out last Friday. She's failed to deliver now on two vitally important agreements, softwood lumber and now CETA. Since the Trade Minister is incapable or unwilling to do her job and ratify this vital trade deal, will the Prime Minister grab some adult supervision, get on a plane and go back over to Brussels and get this job done? Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. When the now Trade Minister was in opposition as trade critic, she said, and I quote, "Mr. Speaker, on CETA, we in the Liberal Party are adults." Unfortunately, she was unable to follow her own advice last week as she stormed out of the room during important talks. Since the Trade Minister can't get it done, will the Prime Minister spend some of his shrinking political capital, get on a plane to Brussels, and finalise this important deal?
Honourable Minister of International Trade.
Mr. Speaker, I am all in for Canada at the negotiating table, and I will continue to deliver for Canadians on trade time after time. As it happens, I'm 48 years old, and I'm proud of the achievements in my life, from growing up in northern Alberta to raising my 3 kids in Toronto today. I'm sure every member in this House is equally proud of their achievements and their work for Canadians. For any member to infer that any other member is not an adult diminishes us all.
Order. I know that all members want to be seen as adults and therefore will want to listen to the answers. The honourable member for Battleford's Lloydminster.
Well, the tricky part of it, Mr. Speaker, is it's her line, not mine. The fact that the Trade Minister walked away from a deal that would deliver at least 80,000 new jobs for Canadians and increase our bilateral trade with the EU by 20%, her response to such an important trade deal gives Canadians, business and exporters cold comfort. The Prime Minister loves to roll up his sleeves for photo ops. How about he roll up his sleeves, get on a plane, and get the job done that the Trade Minister couldn't? If he can't do that, maybe he'd like to double down and get TPP done.
Honourable Minister of International Trade.
Mr. Speaker, when it comes to CETA, Canada has done its job. In fact, Stephen Harper's former Director of Policy said, and I quote, "There is not much to fault this government for on CETA. I think they have been working hard. In fact, I know they have been working hard to conclude this deal." Perrin Beatty, a former Conservative minister and CEO of the Canadian Chamber of Commerce, said, and I quote, "Canada has done what it can. This is a matter of internal politics within Europe, and they have to resolve it themselves." If the Conservatives really support CETA, maybe they should be adults and get behind us.
Full Opposition House Leader.